What's up, little bitches? So let me see if I can go live with my girl. This is acting like it's not working. Okay, I think Funia gonna have to. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Okay, hey, okay, let me see if I can bring you up on here. Bring you on camera. Let's see. All right, it should work. Hopefully it works. Somebody else. It says adding. Oh, it worked.
It worked. I told you. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute.
I'm so happy.
I need something to drink. I'm thirsty.
Well, I need them to tell me, first off, y'all, can y'all hear both of us clearly? Let me know if you can hear us both clearly, because if so, that is a blessing from Beelzebub. It really
from the
is.
Lord. That's a blessing from the Lord.
Oh, the Lord. Oh, all right. Mary, whoever it is.
Let me adjust my camera. Shit.
Okay, adjust your camera. Can y'all hear us okay? Is it an echo? Hello, Joshua. Hello, how y'all doing?
He said
So
yes.
y'all can hear us.
I'm going to get
Perfect.
me a drink. You can tell him what we about to talk about. I'll be right back. I need something to drink.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, y'all, I fell in love for the first time. Have not been talking about it. Have not posted really anything about it because I've been honestly embarrassed due to the circumstances of the relationship. But it's not really my style. Since when am I embarrassed about anything that I'm going through? If you've been following me for a long time, you know that I will tell you pretty much anything about myself. I mean, if you feel like being a stalker, go on YouTube. You know everything about me. Like if somebody really wanted to know how my fucking brain works, then it's easy to find. And I stopped a long time ago sharing myself because of just ego. When I say ego, embarrassment, shame for still being single, embarrassment for not having it down yet, after all this personal development, law attraction stuff, you have all of that. So I didn't really feel like telling y'all what the fuck was going on. You know what I'm saying? And so and my particular situation this time is full of embarrassing things, and I just didn't really want to fucking talk about it. And I started feeling very, what is the word? Secluded almost, reclusive almost about what I was going through. Only my close circle would really know. Private, and me private, what the fuck is that about? Like, I'm never private about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I got private like a motherfucker because I was just embarrassed. But ain't nothing to be embarrassed about. You know what? It ain't nothing to be embarrassed about. I love y'all, but I don't care what y'all think enough to not share. You know what I'm saying? Like, people need to hear this shit. So anyway, and Hunia, are we gonna mix in the stories? Or are we gonna do separate video? We both going through something a little bit similar.
Yeah, let's mix in the stories. I'm on your page tonight, and you'll be on my page another night.
Okay.
How about that?
Well, let me just go ahead and keep it real quick. Love is a drug. They should have prescriptions at the pharmacy for love addiction. All of the meditations, the books you read, what Abraham said when Napoleon Hill, Louise Hay, all Les Brown, the pastor, out the window when you were in it.
Yes,
and it's hard to apply that shit. You can apply it. Well, I'm speaking for myself, okay? I thought I had it down, I had it together, but not really. All right, so I'm gonna try to be brief about the beginnings and get into the more juicy thing. She was with me with the whole thing. All right, I was feeling lonely, entertained a dude I normally would not have. And I thought I was very emotionally arrogant. Okay? I got it. I'm not going to fall for that. I'm too poly and progressive and emotionally intelligent to fall for that. But I meant it really when I
need to take a sip on it.
Yeah. So anyway, long story short, I was pretty lonely at the time, really seeking a connection. And so I entertained this dude who worked at a club. I was thinking, I'm not really gonna get serious about that. You know what I'm saying? He works at a club. He won't have enough, money for me. So it ain't gonna be nothing that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to shoot shots, but I've been working on manifesting more abundant men, and he didn't really fit what I felt like it would be. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I actually know what, cool. So long story short, entertain him, feel a connection. We have sex a couple times. Then he tell me he got a girlfriend and a kid. I should have cared more about that, but I didn't. I was number one too poly fit. I'm like, all right. I told him this. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna put you in this position, right? You can't spend a night. You can't do any of that. I'm gonna have other men. I'm not gonna be like monogamous to you. I'm gonna have other men. And he didn't really like it, but agreed because he couldn't tell me no different. That's the first reason I went into. A second reason is I'm not monogamous. She is. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't think I should have to just go along and agree with protocols I never agreed with. So I wasn't tripping on that. The third thing is I'm too emotionally intelligent to get caught up with niggas that got girlfriend. Because that had been but that was funny. Probably the funniest part of all of it, right? Because I just had it down. But but honestly, in my own defense at the time, I had dealt with dudes with relationships before, and I never got just caught up like that. Sure, you may care about someone deeply, but I had June, my ex, for 2 years with a whole wife and 8 kids. I never got wrapped up like that. I mean, and I spent a lot of time with him, and so my track record with dealing with dudes with girlfriends, I never got like caught up. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Well, that changed. He pursued me emotionally. He wanted my love. He wanted my affection. He wanted my attention. I called myself taking everything with a grain of salt. I took the whole bottle of soy sauce. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. I drank the bottle of soy sauce all the way down, bitch. The Kool-Aid, the soy sauce flavored with Kool-Aid, I drank all of that shit. Yes. No, he said things I never really heard a nigga say. You know what I'm saying? He wanted my emotion. He wanted my attention. He didn't want to just be a dude I was fucking. I didn't think I believed any of it. I thought I'm like, okay, it feels good, this me being emotionally arrogant. It feels good when he said, I'm gonna let him have that. He's cute, whatever. But like, yeah. Anyway, so make a long story short, I fell for all of it. He ended up with a key to my house. He ended up FaceTiming with my mama.
Did you tell me about the key?
Huh?
Did you tell me about the key?
I thought you knew he had a key to that. He had a key to that motherfucking apartment for sure. He had a whole motherfucking key.
Lord have mercy.
Had a key to the fucking place. But that was also me trying to be manifestational intelligent. I really want to live with a man. So I did that to practice a nigga coming in and to go as he pleases. He in the FaceTime with my mama, all of that shit. He told everybody that we was together, his friends, everybody, his job, we were together, which I needed that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I needed to feel claimed. It felt good to be claimed. It felt good to walk in a building and everybody saying you are his girl. All of those things really meant a lot to me. And I didn't realize how much I believed that he really wanted to be with me until he disappeared for a month. Then I realized, I believed everything he said because that's why I'm reacting like this. So anyway, to make a long, the details I'll be here another 18 hours giving every little bit of detail. But I just wanted to talk about like I was just in a lot of denial about my feelings. Number one, I didn't realize that I loved him until way after I did. Like, I didn't, and when I realized I loved him, we wasn't even really talking. I just cried and cried and cried because I felt helpless. It's like, I'm loving someone who I can't have. It became very clear that as long as he was with his girlfriend, I couldn't be with him. And, so I felt a lot of judgment around that. I felt like how dare you be this hurt about something and you got yourself into this, you got yourself into something and you got yourself in an unethical relationship with a dude who had a girlfriend and she didn't know all of that, so how I didn't feel like I had the right to be hurt about anything because I knew it going in. I knew it, I knew
Right.
it.
Right.
Some signs I ignored and all of this. And so, you feel guilt about it, but then you cannot help how you feel about a person. But it wasn't until November, we met in June, it wasn't until November that I realized that I did love him. And that I also, it's just very hard. It was just a lot of hard parts about the whole thing. And so, a lot of things come up. I felt like, why you always falling for unavailable niggas? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not always about another bitch. Sometimes it's work. Sometimes the grandmama died, so they got to be in the hospital. It's always unavailability with me and who I'm like falling for,
Right.
But let's rewind a bit. I need y'all to understand the deep spiritual connection that I've never felt before in my life that I had to this person. This wasn't just no dick that was good and I'm just sprung. Oh, how I wish it was that easy. I've had much better dick. No offense to the nigga if you ever see it. I've had much better dick. His dick was good and it tasted wonderful, and them 8-pack abs didn't make things any easier. But I've been dick down better. It wasn't just the dick. I felt spiritually fucking emotionally tied to this person so fast. I would miss him. I had never missed a man like that, to where I'm feeling like a full fucking fiend. Call me Pookie from New Jack City, because too long without him, I'm feeling like I'm shaking a little bit. It's like, I gotta see him.
So, Sid, are you saying that you, in all your years, you have never had this feeling before? Like you never, like you. Hmm.
Never felt like that. I have been in strong like before.
Mm-hmm.
I really like him. I love him. I have men that I love who hold a dear place in my heart. But I've never felt so spiritually connected to a person, meaning he's in my dreams, meaning I would, because throughout it, even before like the breakup that I call it, which happened in September, he would disappear for like a day or two, and I would hyperventilate.
Okay.
My trauma responses was so powerful. Like and I knew it was trauma. I knew it was abandonment. But I had felt abandonment issues before. I know how it feels. It feels
Right.
strong. You may be in your feelings, but I was like it was no. I really didn't tell nobody about this. I didn't know who to. I think I tried to explain it to one person, and then it just, you feel like you can't explain these kind of things. So I felt like I was hyperventilating, like at the thought of like him leaving me. And this was before I realized I loved him. This is about a
Right.
month in. And then the missing him, it felt like a magnet was inside of me, and a magnet was inside of him. And when somebody turned that motherfucker on, it was must go now, must go. I felt like a fucking it was such a crazy feeling. It was uncontrollable. Like, I've never missed nobody like that before in my life. And I don't mean to diminish any other lover I've had, but it
Right.
doesn't compare.
Right.
So
So what do you think? I mean, like, what do you think? Do you think it was like something outside of you, or is it like something for the first time you just really allowed yourself to just fall, like just what? I hate the word fall, but like just open. Were you just unusually open this time around? Is that what you think it is, or like, like how do you attribute that? Because that's kind of
well,
interesting.
number one, I was very, the space I was in before he came along.
Mm-hmm.
I was very lonely.
Okay.
And I feel like part of the issue is that I went into that union in a lower vibration. I wasn't in a place where I liked being single, where I was okay with where I was before him. So
So maybe
some
like
of
a
it
kind
could
of
have
a
been,
needy space.
oh,
Would you
absolutely, I
say
was
needy?
absolutely
Okay.
needy.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
absolutely needy.
Okay.
I was, but I didn't plan on having him around long, and I told him this. I like, you were supposed to be around for 7 to 10 days, maybe business days. I maybe
Yeah.
give you a couple more days.
Yeah.
You
I
weren't supposed to be around long.
I remember you talking that shit. I was like, you sure? You was like, yeah, oh yeah, we gonna do this and mm.
It was supposed to be
Woo.
quick. It wasn't supposed to be nothing long because I have had, and honestly, I'm used to being protected by my ancestors or the spirits that be. People who ain't meant to be in my life are removed within 7 to 10 business days. I feel like I always get a crash course. He come, it's cool for a few days, then he go. I learned something, I move on.
Right.
So I
Right.
hadn't missed anybody. I had not genuinely missed anybody in years. Genuinely had feelings for somebody in years, like liking you. Sure, but all of it was new. So it was that I went into it at a lower frequency. I went into it really not wanting to be back by my motherfucking self all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was
Right.
there, but then I think honestly it was just simply our connection. When I say he pursued me emotionally, I want that to be a very big thing. It was an emotional pursuit.
Right.
He wanted my emotion. And I loved that. I wanted somebody to want my emotion because for a long time I always felt like I was too emotional. I'm a Pisces. I'm too sensitive. I'm too emotional. All of that. So you wanting my emotion, you're gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And we were just so easy to talk to. Our chemistry, the way he kissed me, them kisses made my
Yeah,
fucking head spin.
kisses is dangerous. That exchange of breath ain't no joke. You know, they say when you are with someone and you trying to like not be involved emotionally, the breath, like don't kiss. No kissing allowed, because that exchange of breath will take you through it.
Well, we did a lot of that. We kissed. We would stay tonguing each other down, and the best, and just the passion and this instant comfortability. I never felt so fucking comfortable with a man. Like it was just so comfortable, and it was just so. It felt so real from the beginning. It felt real. When he said he missed me, I believed it. When he said he
Of
wanted to be with
course.
me, I believed it. Um, Even though I was kind of acting like I didn't. I was trying to have a guard up, but
Right.
that doesn't really work. It didn't work.
All that kissing.
But it wasn't really. But I don't know if it was a guard. It was me trying to be real. This is a
Hmm.
nigga with a girlfriend.
Right.
This you can't believe everything he's saying, but I believed everything he said.
Sure.
Still do,
Sure.
you know.
And I'm sure he
And
meant it. Like just because he had a girlfriend, don't mean he didn't mean what he was saying.
I do feel like I
Yeah.
absolutely feel like he meant it and still
Yeah.
does mean it. I really do.
Yeah.
This is the worst case of circumstantial shit ever. Because if the circumstances were different, we'd be living together. We'll be living together. Like I have no doubt. But it was that. It was the way he would touch me. I could be affectionate. He always wanted me on him just as much as I wanted him on me. It's just, we would talk, his smile, his laugh, them abs, that dick tasting good like that. I mean, we was just it was great. And like the people that saw us together knew it was like his coworkers be like, no, it was love at first sight. Cause I met him at his job. Like, no, I was love at first sight. His friend, everybody knew it. And him claiming me was my ego. I've always wanted to be claimed. I've never really felt claimed for
Sure.
real.
Sure.
So for him to tell everybody we were together, that helped me to fall. It was easy to forget he had a girlfriend. I was always with him. I was always at his job. To this day, people think that I'm the one to go home to every night. Still, people think that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
and I found out I was the only girl he ever claimed, the only girl he ever like claimed like that. He ever like had at his job. The only girl he ever like said that's his girl. So all of that. So it's many reasons why I started to fall for him. Um, we was always laughing, like, and he was always calling me beautiful. I mean, it was just it was just such euphoria, and it was crazy because I remember thinking, if I spend more time with him, I'll miss him less. No, I missed him more. It was just such a crazy feeling. Like, and I wasn't used to men coming back to me as much as he did. My love language is quality time. He was with me a lot, and I
Right.
just felt like quality time and physical touch. He was always touching me and with me all the time. I'm in love. I mean, it don't take that long. Shit, I don't. How else do I interpret it? But anyway, and then we started raw dogging. Then you coming in my pussy. So we already like this, and you coming in my pussy. That's yeah.
That's, you kissing and raw dogging. That's, there's nothing else to do. It's time to get married now. Fuck. and he got a key.
And he got a key. I loved him walking up. I remember like towards the end. When I say the end, it didn't end here, but before the breakup, I remember I was journaling about him, and I hadn't heard from him or whatever, and he walked through the door, and like my face was tingling underneath my skin, and I was
Lord.
like I was like I can't even describe the sensation. Like
I gotta sip
it
on
felt
that
like
too.
I was, huh?
I gotta sip on that one too. Damn, the cheeks sit under your skin.
I was feeling like it was a dream or something. Then the next time he came there, I felt like he chose me. Every time he came through the door, I felt like he chose me. I had not been feeling chosen. It was a lot of vulnerability in all of this. Like I had not really been feeling chosen. There lately, I've been feeling like the dudes that I want was running away, and the dudes that didn't want was here, and I just felt like nobody's really spending quality that I wanted to really spending quality time with me. So every time he walked through the door, every time we saw each other, I felt chosen over and over again, which opened up my heart more and more again. I was just sitting there falling in love. I think I was in love way before I knew it. I just couldn't recognize it. I'm thinking, okay, this is just I like him a lot. This is lust mixed with like.
Yeah.
This is just a connection. It's not love. I don't love him. But I found out, he had been telling people he loved me way before I even said that shit. He had been talking about he loved me. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
He just didn't say those words. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, I would be upset with him. He'd dream about it. I'd be mad and he'd dream about it and say, I had a dream he was mad at me. I'd be like, yeah, I was. And you're dreaming about it. Yeah. Anyway, so I can go on and on. I fell in love, and when he ghosted me for a month,
We.
it felt like being skinned alive. That's how it felt. Every trauma, trigger, all of it was there.
Sure.
But it had been traumas and triggers I've been dealing with throughout the relationship, because he would take, like, it was a couple of times he would disappear, and I would tell him, look, we're just gonna be friends. When I want to rub on a six-pack, I'm gonna call you. He wasn't feeling that shit. I said, look, when I want to rub on somebody's abs, I'm gonna call you, but I can't get emotionally wrapped up into this. You are a rapper with a girlfriend. I can't be fucking with this. Anyway, make a long story short, he left. I thought I was over it. I thought after a month I was over it, but then I needed closure. I was trying to be progressive about it. You don't need closure. Meditate, go into spirit, talk to the ancestors. Fuck the ancestors. I need to talk to him right now. Fuck all the spiritual, evolved shit.
Right.
I need to talk to him. I don't know what to do with this pain. You just left me. We just started fucking raw dogging. You looked me in my eyes and came in my pussy, and then you can't do that. I don't know what to do. All right, my meditations ain't working, my journal entries ain't working, and my processing ain't working. Me talking to Oshun and Obatala ain't working.
Did you start
I don't know
stalking?
what to do.
Did you start stalking?
Huh?
Did you do it? Did you do
I
any
didn't start
stalking?
stalking.
Okay, okay,
I just went through his job. That's the only place I
okay.
knew how to reach him. I went through his job. His homie was there. Before I know it, I'm crying in front of the fucking employees and shit. They people
That's a
wiping
little
my tears.
stalkerish.
What the fuck else am I? It's not stalkerish.
You went to his
Whatever,
job.
bitch. He had a key to my house, and he
I
didn't. He
know.
could. What? Was it stalkerish when he popped in at my house?
No, because you gave him the key. It's different. He ghosted you, then you show up at his job. That's a little, you know. I'm not saying you're a stalker. I'm just saying it's a little stalkerish.
Whatever.
And I mean,
What
I
else am I supposed
understand.
to do?
No, I get it. No, I get it. No, I totally get it. I
I
totally
needed
get
to
it.
talk.
Yeah.
I needed to understand.
Yeah, yeah,
I needed to understand.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was trying. This is a month after though. Like
Right,
I had
right,
tried all the other things.
right.
So I went, cried, his friend wiped my tears. Then me and his best friend started getting close.
Uh-oh.
And all of that. Me and him we started getting cool. Nothing happened. Me and him
Okay.
started
Oh,
getting cool. But anyway, so then we talked about it. He explained some bullshit, talking about he just was too busy. Don't believe that. This busy is a trigger for me because I don't believe you. I don't
right.
believe it.
So
You
about this
can't
best
see. You
friend.
say,
Go ahead. The best friend, was
if
that
you
kind of
say,
like a bridge for you?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Mhm.
The friend was my saving grace. The friend was emotionally supportive where he wasn't. I didn't
Right.
want this nigga to be wiping my tears. I wanted him to be wiping my tears. I didn't want to be crying at all, really.
Right.
I didn't want to be crying, but I was just, I just remember just being in so much pain and it was just a lot of other things that I don't even feel like some things are almost too embarrassing to talk about. Well, fuck it. I didn't have his direct number. Couldn't talk to him no more directly. Claimed something
Ooh.
happened to his phone, or whatever it is. So the communication was between me and the dude. I didn't have his phone number anymore. The man I
Wow.
loved him. I didn't know I loved him at the time, but I didn't have his phone number at the time. And so I had to go to this. Another reason I had to pop up. I mean, I had to go to the fucking job because I just needed to talk. I was not trying to make a scene. I was not trying to get nobody fired. I just needed to talk. I didn't know what to do. I was in too much pain and it wasn't going away and I didn't know what to do. Never been in this amount of pain before, really. I thought I
Right.
had been hurt before. I did. I thought I'd been hurt before. I thought I'd been through some pain. No, nothing compares to this kind of pain. And so anyway, and again, I was judging myself like, how dare you feel pain? You don't have the right to have your feelings hurt. You fucking somebody else, man. This is what you get. You know what I'm saying? This is what you get for fucking with somebody else, dude. You should have known better. Even if you're gonna go fuck with somebody else, dude, you should know better. You know what I'm saying? You should have more. You should just know better. There's no reason why you should be having hurt feelings.
Right.
He's a liar. That's what he does. He's not telling the truth. You have
Right.
all of that. Anyway,
Mhm.
so the point is, after that we talked. He came over. We talked. Um, and I felt a little better. Um, I
Because you just
guess.
needed that connection, huh? You just needed to a little something, something.
Yeah. I needed to see him. I needed an explanation. It's like you owe me an explanation.
Right. Right.
You knew I was not fucking nobody raw. I had a fucking abortion in November of 2019. I stopped fucking niggas raw. You got your way. I ended up letting you fuck me raw. Fucking me raw became a bigger deal after the abortion for me than it was before. I
Sure.
wanted to be
Of
careful,
course.
more just I
Absolutely.
want to take a break on that shit right now. So
Absolutely.
and he knew that a big deal that was, and we had
Mhm.
just started fucking raw. And not only fucking raw, but you are coming all in my pussy. You are trying
Oh,
to get
Lord.
me pregnant. You are trying to get me pregnant. You admitted to trying to get me pregnant. but my ego liked that because that meant, oh my God, he wants to be with me. He wants to be connected to me forever.
Yes.
Which meant something to me. I'm not going to act like that didn't matter to me. I was a little flattered by, oh, you want to knock me up? Okay. But I wasn't flattered enough not to pop them Plan B pills every time. They ain't got no baby. Anyway, so I went, we talked. He apologized, explained that he just basically been empty on the inside, been all fucked up and all this other kind of shit. I guess he's going through his own personal things. I felt like it was something he was holding back from me, but I was just like, okay, look, you can't give me what I need. That really affected him. He really, I could tell that stung when I said that. He even stopped for a minute and kind of put his hands in his head and all that shit. Like, I know he loved me. Like, I didn't want to, I was scared to say that then, but I knew he really did like love it. This conversation was definitely painful for him too. But it was just basically like, as long as I'm with my baby mom, I don't have the time and blah, 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 blah. So I was just like, okay, I don't want to be stressed out about when I see you. I'm going to go I'm going to be, looking for, trying to find the real deal. But I do still want you in my life. And he said the same thing and we were good. Then we ended up kissing. And if I wasn't on my period, I'd have been having another cum shot in my pussy. This motherfucker tried to take my tampon out and fuck me without a condom, fuck me like
Lord.
that again.
You're doing vampire
things. He's definitely like, he's trying to do that. And just the way the way he was kissing me, holding my fucking face and breathing all heavy. And it's just like, back on the crack. Like, I can't. I know what we just said, but you just kissed me like that again. So
right.
I'm back now, right. So anyway, we tried to be consistent, try to see each other. But the long story short is, it boils down to, as long as he's with the fat bitch, we can't be together. And it's been about a month since I saw him for real. I say saw him for real, I mean about a month since he was like with me, since we had sex, since we was like, we spent quality time. And this process has been an emotional roller coaster. Vivian Green ain't never lied in that song. It 1 minute, and Hunia has been with me every step of the way. Hunia was literally there when we met. There the first time he came to the house.
Yep, I remember. Everything changed. I was just on the sidelines. I couldn't get no peanut butter cookies or nothing.
So stupid. But yeah, so we did that, and we're not speaking at the moment right now. Me and his friend were friends. Friends no longer responding to my messages, which is actually good for me because I need to have some sort of control. But where I am now is just dealing with the fact that I am in love with a dude that I can't be with. Now that's very hard, even for a progressive poly motherfucker with all the tools. This shit ain't easy at all. Like it's schizophrenic. It's bipolar. It is 1 minute I will call her. I done blocked everybody. I know my worth. I'm done with that shit. The next minute, I done unblocked them, and I am reminiscing, and I am
thinking about dialing.
I'm thinking about going up to the job. This is a motherfucker. It's crazy. Yes. I love him. If you are watching this right now, I love you so much. That shit. And it's crazy when you in these scenarios because you don't. I have to remember that love is abundant, because I sometimes feel like I'll never be able to recreate that feeling again. And I know everybody feels like that when they're in this situation. Everybody feels like they'll never get it again. Sure. And that's not the truth.
Yeah, it's not the truth.
That is the short version. It's so much more shit, but that's the short version of what I've been going through, and I've been feeling embarrassed about the whole thing, just due to the circumstance and all of that. But yeah, that's the brief.
Well, I'm glad, and I'm sure folks here listening are glad that you decided to share, because I'm sure there's so many sisters, and I'm sure some men have, you know, have felt or maybe even going through the same thing right now. You know, and I know for me personally, you know, we've been mirroring each other over here.
Woo!
Woo!
You know,
Lord.
I have to thank you. You have been a rock for me.
Mm,
You've just been so available,
yeah,
holding space for my repetitiveness.
right,
I be saying
right.
the same shit. I I be saying the same shit, and I be so serious when I put my foot down. I
Right.
really be for real.
I know. I know. Every time.
And I'm also for real when I say if he walked through this door right now, I would be on that dick.
Be like, people, I got to go.
I gotta go. But that's how it always was. I always had to go when that
Right.
nigga said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Somebody might call that the sacred yes. You know, like to always be available. You know, ain't no crime in it. We are, I mean, you know, I think if everybody live long enough and open their hearts up, everybody gonna have that one experience at least one time. Because you know, so much growth in it. It's so, you know, so much growth in your heart opening like that, and just feeling those feelings. Oh, just deep in that shit. Woo!
Yeah.
And it's so yummy, right? I mean, you know, like when you in it, oh, oh, it's the best. Looking forward to the call and hear what you want to hear in your ear. You know, like when like you said, when he was walking through the door, like you just, everything just lights up and shit. And then, oh my God, the kissing, you know, Lord, Lord, Lord. But now, okay, so here we are, you know, and you went through this beautiful and painful situation, experience. That's what I like to say, experience. So, uh, what have you learned, and where are you now? Like, you know, do you feel like is it accelerating you for the next, you know, like, are you open for new?
Yes. I'm open for new, yes. What have I learned? I've learned to go into shit vibrating as high as you can. I've learned you can't be afraid to lose people because you do anything to keep them. I've learned
Oh, can you say that again?
that you can't be afraid to lose people because you do anything to keep them.
Oui. Oui.
You know, I've learned that it is okay to ask for exactly what it is that you want.
Yes.
I've learned that love is not logical. You have to just go through it. I've accepted that I'm carrying true love for someone in my heart, and it'll just be there as long as it's there. I've learned, not that I was judging them before, but I will never judge somebody else or call them stupid for going back. I wasn't doing that before, but I really ain't doing it now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've learned that when I feel shut out, I'm not as I can't. It prevents me from being a good communicator of my feelings. I can't find the safe space to really be effective in my communication if I feel shut out. I realized and recognized that when I need a lot of reassurance, that means I need a lot of repetition, and it can be annoying for the other person. But you got to say it
Ooh,
some more times, because
ooh-wee.
I need you to say
Yes.
it again. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to feel secure. I can't hold grudges well. I need to hold other people accountable, and not just be okay with somebody just the little past, just the words. I got to remember that it's more to a relationship than words. I have to remember that, honestly, this is a prime example of love not being enough. It's just been this debate: is love enough? Is love enough? In this case, it's not. So many circumstances are preventing me and this person from being together, and I know in
Sure.
my heart he wants to be with me.
Sure.
But love ain't enough. It's not enough to have somebody who wants to be with you.
Right.
Wanting ain't enough. They got to have a life set up to
Right.
be with you.
Right.
There is
They
no
gotta be
such
able to
thing
walk
as
through it.
busy.
They gotta be able to walk through
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I've learned to never again entertain a dude with a girlfriend. I can't do it no more. I'm not the emotional. Now that I know I'm not an emotional gangster, I can't do it no more.
Right. Right.
I could do it before because I never really got burnt before. But
Right.
this time, I know. And plus, I'm just kind of tired of that shit. I need to be number one, the priority,
And
period.
and
I don't have time no more.
you've said that 6 million times. Like you want somebody that's totally available to you. No wife, no girlfriend, no children, nothing in the way of you and that person. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you know, but something else you said, I want you to talk a little bit about. You were saying you can't hold grudges long. Well, talk to me about that, because that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like how many people we know that they still mad 20 years later? Excuse me, 20. Lord.
I've never been able to stay upset with people. This has been since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been able to. And it's not always a good thing, my nigga, because in the wrong hands, that's grounds for. I'm fully aware that if a master manipulator got a hold of me, I'd be in trouble because I don't stay angry long. Number one, I like to get back to the gushy gushy. I don't like to stay angry.
Right.
I want to stay. That's why I'm so quick to want to have a conversation. Not
Sure.
because I just like having hard conversations. Let's talk about this shit so we can get back to fucking and
Right.
kissing.
Like what is going on?
You know?
We got shit
Yeah.
to do.
Yes. I want to get back right so that we can be back right. I like
Right.
it when we right.
Because all this is still happening. Like all this is,
Yes. So, that and I just don't be mad about the shit no more. I don't know what to say. I done got over it. I
Right.
don't know. I probably should still be mad a little longer, but I'm not mad no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm very easily soothed.
Same
Very
here.
easily soothed.
Same here. Same here. Same here. Mm-hmm.
Kiss me a little bit, tell me sorry, tell me you ain't gonna do it no more. Rub on my titty a little bit, eat some pussy, give me some dick. I
All is
forgot what we was
forgiven.
arguing about.
It's all forgiven. It's all
All
forgiven.
forgiven. All
Yay.
forgiven.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how to hold a grudge. If I have decided to not forgive you, because it's a couple of people,
Right.
it's a couple of people who I don't fuck with.
Right. Let me get a sip on that.
You asked for that
Mm-hmm.
several times. So, once I made my mind up on you, I made my mind up on you. But no, I mean, even now he could come back and say the right shit, and I'll be right back there. And I would love to act like that's not the case, but it's just the truth. And I don't know if this is a good or bad trait. And I remember because we were talking about up level, are you soothable? I really want to know, do you think it's a such thing? I'm asking you, do you think it's a such thing as being too easily soothed? Is there such thing?
I don't know. I don't. I'm probably not the right person to ask, because I'm to the extent I'm kind of foolish in it. Yep, you can soothe me like pretty quickly. Like right little word right on this side, right. A little touch right up in here. I'll be like, oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, with certain people, like I think it depends on the person, right? Some situations I'd be like, oh, you really got to come with it in order for me to turn back around on this. But yeah, when I'm in it, when I'm in a space with somebody, it's easy. It's easy for me to come back. It's easy for me to forget that I was mad, and
Yeah.
and sometimes I
Yeah.
feel foolish. And then
Right. And that's why I say, am I too easy to, because okay, I remember this. I remember one time with him, I was saying I wanted to go out. He hadn't taken me out yet. I wanted to go out. He
right,
said he would. It was a month went by. We hadn't gone out. I forgot. They hadn't even noticed. We hadn't gone out.
right,
Because, but then, okay. So I'm really gonna get a little deeper here. Like I remember I was talking to Noble, and Noble was like, and I said that to him. He was like, "But were you getting what you wanted?" He was like, "What did you want?" I said, "I really just wanted to be in his space. I didn't care what we was doing. If I'm
right,
honest, I don't give a fuck what we was doing.
right, right.
I wanted you. I wanted you in touchable range.
Yes.
We could have
Yeah.
been on a fucking desert island. We could have been in a township. If you are there, I'm fulfilled as fuck."
Yeah.
Which is why it was easy for me to forget that Wayne went out. So that makes it hard for me to hold motherfuckers accountable,
Right. Right.
which is not cool. I need to
Yeah.
be able to hold motherfuckers accountable.
Right.
But I don't really want to have to hold you accountable. I
Right.
want you to hold yourself accountable. We
Yeah.
say we're going to make some changes, then make them. I don't want to have to remember you ain't took me out. I need you just to be on top of it.
Right.
Now what he has done is shown me exactly the kind of love that I need. I need you 100% single, 100% available. I need your life to be set up where you are available for me. I need your house to be with a spare bedroom for my office. I need for you to be emotionally available and stay that way. I need for you to be willing to work on your issues, to understand that relationships are evolution and we in this together and we not leaving. I need for you to not to have a job. I need you to have a business that you own that's working for you so that you can spend more time with me. I need that
Exactly.
because we run into some
Yes.
issues at the fucking job. This is no, I'm not trying to shit on the nigga because I love him, and
Right.
if he came back tonight, I'd be on that dick. All right. But this is why I want a nigga that is a boss.
Right.
Because a boss the kind of boss I want. Because I know it's a bunch of bosses who ain't got no motherfucking time at all working 100 hours a day. I ain't
Right.
talking
Right.
about that. I need
Right.
me a trust fund, baby. You just got
Okay.
30,000, 40,000 coming in and it ain't working. That's what I need. Because I need this. I
Right.
need all the time.
Right.
Okay? You know what I'm saying? So I need that. I need emotional support. I need to start expecting to receive emotional support. I need to expect niggas to show up for me. It's a lot of inner work that I need to work on, but that's fine. I don't have to be perfect in order to manifest a man of my dreams. I don't believe you got to arrive before you get
Right.
there. But
Well,
it's
it's lover
just a lot
season.
of things.
It's
Hmm?
lover season. This is a great time to call it in what they call act as if, act as though, you know?
Yes, I'm finna get one of these pillars and start sucking this pillar's dick or something up in here. So uh,
Well, pillow
if
magic does
I'm
work. Pillow magic does work. It really does.
Yes, I still got my pillowcase that we made. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the thing. But yeah, I realize, what I need. I deserve to have someone I can rely on. And another thing I want to talk about with you. I
Hmm.
know that we are responsible for our own emotions. I get that.
Yes. Yes.
We don't need to, or I don't know what the wording is, but we shouldn't seek for someone to, well, we're responsible for our own emotions.
Okay.
However, I need somebody that I could depend on for ongoing emotional support.
Okay.
I know I'm supposed to be emotionally independent, just like I was financially independent. But it's time for me some dependency. I'm ready to be able to depend on these things from somebody outside of myself. And that's a hard thing to admit because I worked so hard to be this emotionally independent person. But goddamn, I want to cry on the shoulder of the motherfucker that I want to cry on. I want to expect to be to be loved for real. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
ultimately my job to get myself back where I need to be emotionally. I understand that. Somebody could tell me all day how great I am, but until I believe it, I get all that. But
Right.
I deserve help. I
Right.
deserve help.
Yeah, and and emotional stuff is like can be really challenging for men. And I think that's the beauty of the whole up level, conversation, because it does allow for men to be a container where normally when our emotions come up, they be like, oh shit, what I'm about to do with all that, and then they start doing some other stuff. So, yeah, that technology, as I would say, I think that's valuable. Do you think is that a part? Is that something that you will introduce your partner to?
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I did break down. I remember I went up to a job. I was at a job another time before the breakup,
Hey,
and I
Naomi.
vented
Mm-hmm.
because I think I felt like he stood me up and did something inconsiderate, and I ended up doing a little bit of that. Yes, I'm open to that for sure. Like but I want help in this. I don't want to have to do it all by myself all the time.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I just don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I love you. I love my friends. But we've been talking about that. We want to talk about this to the motherfucker it's about sometimes.
Right.
Shit.
Don't
You know
be
what I'm saying?
distancing
Like,
because my emotions.
oh hell, we didn't froze up. Something happened. Something happened. I don't know what happened with her, but we're gonna let her come back on here when she comes back on here. Can y'all still hear me okay? Is everything good? Can y'all understand me okay? Can y'all hear me okay? Hey, Constance, Lily. Okay, y'all can hear me okay. But yeah, I don't know where I was in the story. I think she's gonna come back. Let me see. Let me see. How do I do this? I don't know where she's at, but where's she at? Where's she at? Where's she at? I don't know where she went. She got to come back. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. I don't know what happened. Uh, my girl, Leisha, I got your text message, babe. I'm gonna text you whenever I'm done. I don't know what happened with this, but anyway, y'all, it's so many other details. I'm gonna write about this. It's so many details that I skipped because we just simply don't have the time to be on here 7 hours. We just don't, you know. Hello, Brianna. Um, thank y'all for loving the honesty. I mean, it's just real, It's just definitely been, um, and I'm not lying. I feel like this is my first love. Um, yeah, like, and yeah, but he's doing his best, and so am I. Like, I think everybody's doing their best. I mean, I'm doing my best. He's doing his best. Um, I had to deal with some very dark thoughts. Um, I never wanted to be the type. I thought I was too progressive to tell somebody, "I want you to break up with your fucking girlfriend and be with me." I never thought I would say that. Well, my shit, I tried to meet her, us all meet and us all be in an open relationship. He said that couldn't work. So if they can't work, then the bitch just gotta go. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's really, really, really crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that I would say something like that. And also I have to admit it was times where I low key, I don't want to be a mom and he knows it. But I thought about for a second having a baby just because I wanted him that bad. But you know what's crazy about that? I say that, but I was never dumb enough not to take a Plan B pill. I took a bunch of them, more than I needed to. Um, and but it did cross my mind, and I told him that I said this is getting out of hand because the fact that I've even considered like that's crazy, but that's how like far gone I was. Like it's crazy. Um, and no, I don't want children. I'm not gonna have any kids. Not pregnant. Not gonna be pregnant. I'm not. But um, yeah, don't worry. We're not gonna worry about that. I'm not. I wasn't that far ago to where I was really gonna have a kid. But I have to admit that I thought about that. Um, I would have been perfectly happy being monogamous with him for however long I was gonna be monogamous with him. I'm sure because he wasn't eating enough pussy for me to be monogamous for long. We definitely, but I would have done it for some time. You know, um, he could have had me, man. He could have had my ass. Um, I don't know when I'll move on, when I'll stop loving him. I have no idea. Um, I try every day. I'm grateful for him because he's shown me so much of what I do want and what I don't want. It wasn't all bad. Like I know I want a connection like that. I know I want 8-pack abs like that. I know I want a big ass dick that smell good like that. I know I want to be just so drawn and attracted to my lover like that. But I also know the other things that I want. So it's all good. I mean, I'm grateful for the experience. I don't regret it. I got to experience myself be so soft. I got to experience myself in love. I got to experience what I'm like. I got to know what I'm like when I'm really into a nigga. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like I got to remember what that felt like. I got to remember what it felt like to want to do anything for somebody. Like that's a beautiful experience. I don't regret that shit. Like I loved that feeling and I don't regret it. It's just a lot of things that my next person I give energy to is going to have. Like I need serious emotional support. Like I need an available man. I need you to be able to spend 70 to 90% of your time with me. I don't need you having a kid because that takes away from time. I need that. I need someone that is in a position to love me the way I deserve to be loved. So I have to shift all my expectations. I have to do the work. He's forcing me to do the work on a deeper level than I ever had before. He's forcing me to. I'm also learning that it's no point trying to fight when you love somebody. If you love somebody, it's just gonna be there. I've tried to fight it. I've tried to think about all the negative things that he done. That doesn't work. When I think about him, I just let the feeling, I let the thoughts come. I just let the thoughts come. I really do. I'm just allowing myself to feel however I feel, and it'll change whenever it changes. I don't know if I'll see him again, but I hope I do. I really do. And maybe it's just me still in my delusion, but I definitely feel like I'm gonna see him again, and I do feel like this is some past life shit. I don't want to believe he was my twin flame, but god damn, it's the closest I've ever come to that. The way that felt, and the way it feels. Like I could just be sitting there talking to y'all, and then all of a sudden, I feel like this, like I feel him so strongly, like in my spirit, not in my pussy or some shallow shit. I'm talking about in my fucking spirit. I'll feel him, like and it's something that is very difficult to shake. It's more difficult than any other dude or crush or connection I've had because it's interwoven into me spiritually some kind of way. Like I don't, It'll come like in waves. It'll just be like, oh my God, you know? Um, it'll fuck up my breathing. Like I feel you. Like I feel him so strongly. And like we'll talk about it and he'll say, well, yeah, I was definitely thinking about you strongly that day. It's like some telepathic shit. It's just some next level shit. And it still happens to me. And I know for a fact he's thinking about me just as much as I'm thinking about him. I know he is, because why would it be any different? This has been months of going back and forth, and anytime we talk, it's the same thing. He hasn't forgotten about me. The motherfucker's sick just like I am. You know what I'm saying? We both sitting over here just can't be together right now. And you just learn to live with it. It's like, what the fuck do you do with the love that you have for a person that you can't give them? That you so desperately want to give them, but you can't give them because the situation is just not working. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not someone. I used to be someone who, if somebody say it's not working, I'd be like, well, y'all are not trying hard enough. Well, I've done everything that I can do. You know what I'm saying? I'm at peace. My conscience is clear on everything that I can possibly do to make this work. I can't do anything else right now. I'm not willing to do anything else right now. At some point, you gotta have some fucking pride. But you know, but see, Makalani, whatever, Macaulay Culkin, whatever your name is. This was like this before we raw dogged. Before it was coming in my pussy, I felt like this. Like it was like, it was before. It was before that. That's why I kept saying, stop trying to fuck me raw, because you know what fucking raw does. And I'm not somebody who's just gonna fuck raw. I'm gonna want to nut in my pussy. I like them coming in my pussy. Everybody know that shit. So like that's why I can't just be, I'm just gonna fuck raw. Because you start off pulling out, then I'm gonna be not wanting you to pull out. And he never wanted to pull out because he wanted me pregnant. And he wanted me pregnant because I think he wanted out of his relationship. On one hand, it's a fucking violation because I told him I don't want no babies. But I liked it. I wanted him to come in my pussy. I remember one time he started back using condoms. I was offended. Like, what the fuck you use condoms for? But then the day before that, I said use condoms. I'm all over the motherfucking place. Like, I liked it. I wanted it no other way. It's something like a nigga pulling his dick out and just putting it right in your pussy that I just love. Like, the condoms be fucking up everything. Like, I love raw dick, and I love raw dick from somebody that I love. And so now I haven't even had sex since him. And I've gotten used to fucking a dude that I'm so emotionally and spiritually attached to. So it's a transition going into fucking a dude that I feel nothing for. If I'm honest, I feel nothing for no other dude. So, like, it's very challenging for me to fuck another dude right now. I'm not saying I wouldn't. If I see a dude I want to fuck, I was trying to get some dick last night, goddamn it. It didn't work, but I tried. I was too busy having diarrhea and I was too shitty. I didn't want to go through that. But the whole thing is, it's very difficult to when I feel I've gotten used to fucking somebody that I love. Like, it's difficult to go back to some dude that I don't love. So, you know, y'all just pray for me. Pray that I can get through this transition. I actually wanted to leave Cape Town because of this. This city, I'm telling you the truth, the city don't feel the same without his love. I'm just telling you right now, like, everything reminds me of him. I have memories of him like everywhere. You know, I wanted to leave Cape Town, but the thing is, if he called me and I'm in fucking Jerusalem, a bitch is flying back. Like, that I don't know what else to say. I'm all the way in love right now. Like, and it's not logical or rational. I feel like a fucking mental case most of the time. It feels like I'm grieving. Because 1 minute you are perfectly fine, and the next minute I just miss him so intensely. And then it goes away, then it comes back. It just is what it is. I do allow myself to feel, to answer your question, I allow myself to feel. I do. I'm sure I'm going to dream about him tonight. I've been talking about him a lot. And I know he's thinking about me. He was my baby. Nobody made me feel like him. He was so beautiful to me. Like, yeah, yeah. I dealt with a lot of anxiety throughout the relationship, a lot of fear. Um, yeah, yes, yes, definitely. I definitely go through withdrawals. I masturbate and I call his name. Yeah, call it sprung. It's so beyond sprung. It's so beyond sprung. I've been sprung before. I've never been in love before. Anyway, so that's what I've been going through, y'all. I actually wrote him a 27-page letter. I don't know if I'm ever going to give it to him or not, but I just feel like it's so much unfinished conversation that we just never was able to have. And one more thing I'll say before I go. I always make sure I'm as perfect as possible in relationships. When I say perfect, I mean I make sure that I don't do anything really wrong to nobody. Like I'm not gonna be fucking his friend or betraying this or doing anything like really to him because I need to be the one that got away. I need to be the one, you know what I'm saying, that uh, did nothing wrong. Because number one, it hurts worse when you the one fucked up. I know that for a fact. It's easier for me. He's feeling a lot worse than me because he dropped the ball. He neglected me. He mismanaged his whole thing, and you know, so he's gonna be more hurt than I am. But I'm always the one that got away. I have to be. It's like a part of my identity. Like I have to be the one that did nothing to you because I'm not gonna be dealing with a motherfucking pain. It's already painful enough if the shit don't work out. Will I allow myself to love again? Absolutely. I will. I look forward to it. Um, somebody wants to be added to the live, and hopefully,
Hey,
hello, how are you?
I am so glad you are boldly, with power, purpose, and intention, speaking your truth about the importance of being in alignment, how you feel sexually. Um, I don't know everything there is to know, but I've come to the understanding that in some regards and aspects, a woman's heart is in her vagina. And if you can address the woman in the vagina during playtime in a deep way, these are the connections that you will result and have if you desire to have this type of deep connection. The thing is, it's like dealing with power, purpose, and intention, which is Ofo Ashe, the ability to speak something into existence, to dream something into existence. It's not playtime because magic is real. And we are a melanated, magical people since time immemorial. And sex is reproduction, which is one of the oldest forms of magic on the planet. So it's kind of like well, first of all, let me just say this. Let me just say this. Respect to you, Queen Mother. I love you. I've been following you for quite some time, and this is a dream come true to get a chance to just express and speak face to face with you, my Fedefun. I respect you, and this is just amazing. I will say though that if you are still tormented by the soul tie and the connection that was created from the magic spell of sex, because wow, his sermon, maybe that is the message. Maybe sperm is a sermon, okay, because his sperm, and maybe the vagina is a tabernacle. So maybe he preached his sermon in your tabernacle, because he busted his sperm in your vagina? Okay, okay. That's an interesting channel thought. Okay. But the connection is there. To free yourself, the letter must be burned and captivated to a high point of energy on the physical level, released into the flame, which is a higher vibration. So the knowledge and spiritual intent of the level goes to the spiritual realm, and it'll hit him definitely in his consciousness and his mind, and you'll hear from him. But the burning of the letter is to not only release it into the universe, so your guardian angels, your animal totems, your totem spirits, your egungun, and your ancestors, and the Holy Ghost, God, the Most High, can do what he needs to do to heal your mind, body, and soul. It also works to release it out of your heart. Because right now you're still holding pockets of energy. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it sugar over like a sugary sweet? It's like crusted over, crystalled over, dried out honey that's now just crusted crystal granulated honey sugar crystals. And it hurts because your heart is moving and churning. It's not smooth like olive oil, like smooth olive oil honey. You see what I'm saying? Because things weren't smooth. He manipulated the situation and did something that was somewhat immature. He saw that you were willing to give him your heart, which was located in your sacral energy space in your vagina. And once he got his fill at the dinner table, he went on and quote unquote ghosted you or whatever. Sister, I'm sorry you experienced that. And this action that guys do to angelic beings like yourself ruins it, man. It ruins it for everybody. That's why good guys can't find good girls, because now, okay, generalizing, this is not all women, but a lot of women are scared to repeat the past mistakes and scared to try anything new, because playful niggas have played with their hearts, got what they wanted out of the vagina, and not realized that the vagina is the portal to life and death. It's the gateway from where you came from Orun, and it's a way to communicate with God, and it's a way to get your prayers answered. So,
Well, thank you for that. I definitely appreciate all of that wisdom. And I did think about burning the letter.
mhm.
I was going to give it to him, actually. But I don't know what I'm going to do with the letter. It's in a state right now.
Well, see, that would be the assumption that he would appreciate it, and he would digest it, and he would cherish it.
I think that he would. See, and that's another tricky thing about talking about this, is because I know how it sounds. Like he just took my pussy and ran. He was just this evil dude. The fucked up thing is, I know that's not the case. But I am not trying to make excuses for him. I have to watch myself because I have proclivity to make excuses.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm still working on the line between being understanding and
Right,
compassionate to excuses. It's a very fine line for me. It's a fine
right.
line. So without making it, he handled shit. He did some very inconsiderate things. He
Mhm.
definitely mishandled me.
Right,
I can say that. Extremely neglectful emotionally towards the end. I'm not acting like that didn't happen.
right.
But I do know that he loves me. And I know it sounds crazy, but I do know that he loves me. And I don't have anything with it to go on outside of that synergy, that feeling
Mhm.
that we had when we were together. And he told me that he loved me, which meant a lot. I hadn't had that exchange in that way with the man in a long time. Now I have men who I do love. I tell them I love them all the time, sure. But that was different. That was like real time shit. I'll never forget, we were spooning one time, and the way it's very difficult for me to even explain the way it felt in his arms. This before I knew I loved him. Before we was, but I knew I was on the way, because that same night I was like, if we keep this up, I'm gonna fall in love with you. I told him that. He was like, and he was, encouraging of it. He wanted it, which is how he got me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you literally reached in and pulled this out. It wasn't like, oh, he accidentally, like he wanted me to love him and he got his way. But I remember when we were like spooning one time, it felt like it felt warm. It felt like a force field or a little cocoon of like warm, glittery green energy. And it was just like, I've never had that sensation by somebody just holding me before. And it was just like, it was such a crazy feeling. Like, this ain't no ordinary love. Like, it's not no ordinary shit. And I feel like people don't really get it. Like, I feel like people just think I'm just digmatizing some shit.
No.
But I have never felt this shit. And that's why it's unprecedented. You know, the things I would normally do to overcome or get over somebody have yet to work. You know, normally I can process some shit.
Sounds like in you guys dealing in relations, unbeknownst to the both of you, there was some energy work that was happening too, akin to Reiki. So every time you guys were together, every time there was a touch, there was an energy transfer like Reiki. So you were actually being healed. He was actually being healed from childhood pain, emotional wounds, trauma, and these types of things without you guys even knowing or realizing it. That sounds like that's probably something to lend to the higher level of connection that's going on, because let's face it, it wasn't just two people that got together and decided to do their dance routines on the dance floor. You got served. I did my move. Did you do your move? Did you bust the power move? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. It wasn't an egotistical thing, concentric circles, just dealing with the flesh, just like a physical thing. It was a spiritual situation, and there was an energy transfer. And so with that being the case, let me ask you this conscientiously. Do you think that he is aware of the energy transfer, or was he just doing his dance routine? Now, I know you.
No,
I
he
know
knew it.
you were aware of the energy transfer.
No. He knew it because he is the one who said it. He's the one who said it's a spiritual connection. He's the one who said that shit. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I don't think he got the words and all that shit, all that, but he definitely knew that it was some deeper shit going on than like just your normal getting together and fucking shit. Because I can handle that. I can handle some good dick that ain't around no more. I mean, oh my God, I've done that a million times, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, I'm not trying to be insulted, but I've had better dick. You know, I have had, even because I told him I was gonna be fucking other niggas. You know, I told him that. I was like, look, I'm not, I was never too sprung to be monogamous to a nigga with a girlfriend. I wasn't never that delusional. I always had other niggas around. And even while I was fucking around, I had him and other niggas. But this other nigga blew my back out. Best dick ever. The best dick I had in a long time. Better than his dick. I was still running over there. I still feel the same to this day.
Wow.
It ain't the best dick ever. I'm still gonna run back. I still want him.
Wow.
I mean, it wasn't even about that.
Shed some light on me. I can see and I can feel and I can sense that you are a lover. I can see and I can feel and understand that you also are a healer. And being a lover and a healer is not new to you. In fact, this is probably something that you have done over lifetimes. Every time you have taken the physical form, or for whatever purpose you incarnated as a baby to be born, what your dharma is, the mudra of expounding dharma in your life's purpose this time. My question delves into the idea or the concept of marriage, not necessarily in a Eurocentric conventional way, but marriage for the purpose of ushering in a classic trilogy of man, woman, and child. Because you mentioned something about not wanting to be pregnant, not wanting to have children. Is there some trauma there from childhood? Is there something going on that detaches you from wanting to be initiated into motherhood or bringing forth life?
Well, no, it's quite simple. I don't like kids. I
Okay.
don't like them. I ain't got nothing deep to say. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't like kids. I think being pregnant is just pregnant women look grossly uncomfortable. Giving birth looks like a traumatic experience, and raising kids seems like a lack of freedom and a pain in my ass. That's it. I ain't got nothing deep to say about that.
Okay. Is this the declaration for infinity, or is this a phase you're going through?
I've said this. I've been consistent my whole life about saying that.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
The only time I thought about having kids was to try to trap this nigga. We was trying to trap each other for a minute, but he was more serious. I thought about trying to trap him. I'm not going to lie. Like I was like, if I am pregnant, I'm gonna have him. I had a delusional thought, but I snapped out of that shit real quick. But he was trying to trap me. I mean, literally, he was trying to trap me. I've never actually had a dude actually try to trap me before. Really tried to get me pregnant, like for real before. I've had dudes joke about it, say they want me to be, had their kids, but that motherfucker will grab the back of my neck and plant a fucking cum shot deep in my pussy. Like he was like trying to get me pregnant. And as much as I try to complain about it, I loved every second.
I love that. That is awesome. That is so freeing. That is so freeing. Woo! Let the church say amen. Glory, glory, glory. Now, the thing also that blows my wig back is like you say, intellectually, while you peep this game and you saw that he's actively trying to trap you, okay, you were somewhat flattered by it. Can you kind of tell us about that?
Yeah, I was flattered. I mean, you're talking to somebody who I spent most of my life not feeling wanted or not feeling like men wanted me in their life for real. I never really felt chosen. I didn't feel like people like men really wanted me and really wanted to spend a lot of time with me for real. That was my delusion. I mean, that was my ego speaking. So if you trying to get me pregnant, that must mean you really you want me in your life. Like you choosing me. Like you want me to be you want to be tied to me for life. Because that's what the fuck that means. You know what I'm saying? Whether we getting along or not, you tied to the mother of your child for life. And obviously obviously we know some absentee fathers and stuff like that, but he take care of the child he has now. He actually told me I wasn't allowed to abort his baby if we had it. Even that's cute that he thought he had a saying that, but he said it. Made me feel chosen. Made me feel like he wanted me to be. He wanted to be with me for real. Like I took it as he loved me and he was actually serious about me because he would try to get me pregnant over and over again.
Wow. Wow.
But that didn't stop me from getting that Plan B pill every time. Let's remember that.
Okay.
I was never that delusional that I actually was gonna go through with the pregnancy, but I was a bit flattered by him doing it.
Wow. Wow. Fuck me like you want me. I never have felt like I was chosen. I wasn't people's first choice. I was looked over. And now that the fact that somebody is fucking you like their life depends on it, it's I can see that. That's amazing. That's amazing. That is a supreme level of self-realization. I was wondering, your schedule may be a little bit cluttered or clustered to fit any other projects in, but were you open to do any type of public speaking to bring other women up to kind of cultivate their mindset into being empowered by sexual liberation and really enjoying themselves and bringing them to the plateau of experiences and to be able to see eye to eye with you on some of the things and the truths that you've shared? Because believe me, I think women know what you're saying is true, but nobody wants to talk about it. Like nobody is coming to the silver screen in a Tyler Perry movie or a production by 40 Acres and a Mule, Spike Lee, and boom, putting this out there. This is like you giving us the emerald tablets of damn of oh my God. Anyway, I'm benefiting. I'm being healed from it as we speak. I'm live. It's mind blowing. The knowledge, the conversation is the weed, and I'm high as a kite right now, man. Mm.
Oh, well, I'm glad that this was very impactful. You know, it's definitely it's a constant. I'm a Pisces all day. I'm a Pisces to the letter. Okay,
Okay.
with Aries, almost Aries. I got all that fire and water, all that shit. What I do a retreat out there. Yes, I would like to do something like that out here. But yeah, I'm happy that you're benefiting from. I mean, there's so much stuff I haven't said. Oh my God, I really am. I really feel like I need to break the different things down in like several different videos. But I skip so much shit. You know what I'm saying? So much stuff. I skip because just I'll be here all day talking about that shit. But I just wanted to share with my Facebook people, that I have been doing everybody, including myself, a disservice by not sharing, because when you share, you heal. Thank you about the earrings. When you share, it's actually healing for me, and it makes me feel like not so alone, because through this process, I felt a bit isolated. I don't know why humans do that. We feel like, whatever. Am I really the only person that's been in love with somebody that they can't have for whatever reason? I mean, come on, that's delusional for me to think that I'm alone in this. I mean, I'm actually not alone, but I was feeling judgment, or I was feeling judgment around it. I was definitely feeling judgment around this whole thing for myself. And
Mm-hmm.
that's not healthy. And I'm not gonna judge it any motherfucking more. I mean, it is what it is. And it's so many things I've learned that I haven't even gotten to, that I need to just continue to share with people. But yeah, so it's a lot of things. I mean, I can tell, which I think you've been listening to the whole thing. I can definitely break down our reasonings for it, for these things, for
Mm-hmm.
why my actions and why I did those. I haven't been innocent in this whole thing, but I have been as authentic as I can be. I mean, towards the end, it was very difficult for me to be as transparent with him, because I didn't feel it was safe anymore. Because in the beginning, he was very open emotionally to me, but something happened during that break when he ghosted me. It was much more to the story than what he told me. And I do know other pieces, but it's just I don't want to get into it here. But it's just so many moving parts to why we're not together. And it boils down to that fat ass girlfriend he got. I mean, the girl, she's fat, and I do feel a way about that. My ego doesn't like that, but at the same time, my ego does like it, because I feel like I can gain weight and it'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? Because it was this
Right.
big bitch. But I don't, my mean girl wants to call her names, when
Yeah.
really I'm just hating because she has them and I don't. And the fat bitch got a fine ass nigga going home to her every night. You know what I'm saying? I'm by myself. So if that's me just hating, I'm very aware of my inner hater. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me fucking hating. Like, I shouldn't be calling her, talk about that damn girl. She ain't done nothing to me. She ain't wrong. She's done nothing. Like, why am I talking shit about somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just me, hating.
Mm.
That's all.
Have you ever been lonely, and how do you deal with loneliness so it doesn't turn into some type of weird type of depression or some shit?
Absolutely, I felt lonely. I've been lonely a lot. You know what I'm saying? I've been lonely quite a bit of my life. You know what I'm saying? Or felt that way. Whether I should have felt that way or not, I've definitely felt it.
Mm-hmm.
I've just kind of learned to use my imagination. All I really have is that, like, in those moments where I am lonely, I have to really go someplace in my mind. If you want to know the truth, these days thinking about him helps cope with the loneliness.
Mm-hmm.
But and then, another unfortunate thing about me being in this position is I'm trying to learn how to appreciate the men in my life that are showing up. I am appreciating them. Like, I have a guy in my life right now who wants to spend time with me and all of that. And when I'm with him, my mind, about 50% of the time I'm present. The other 50%, I'm wishing it was him. I'm imagining it's him. Yeah,
Right.
completely. Yeah. So, yeah.
Right. Well, hey, thank you for letting me on your live to get a chance to chat with you. We're connected on Facebook. I'm Makalani Jones. Um, I'm available for readings or whatever, or just to talk and just be human, dealing in this isolationist reality of all the shit going on, you know. I mean, bro, I mean, I'm so over it. Like, bring motherfucking shit 2000 back, 1991, you know. But yeah, yeah. Thank you. Light and love, and it is such a pleasure to get a chance to meet you for the first time. This is incredible.
Oh, well, thank you, Pookie. Thank you. Thank you so much. Just keep in touch, okay?
Yes, yes, indeed.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know how to get y'all. Oh, here it goes right here.
Okay.
All right, y'all. This live is long as fuck. I don't even know what happened. Oh my God, Princess. Oh my God. I love you, Princess. I look at our video of us kissing often. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy. I miss cuddling with you. Anyway, y'all. I know it's so much dick waiting for me. It is so much dick and love and shit waiting for me in America. I got Rose, I got Keelan, I got Brandon, I got fucking I got that's 4 off top right there. For at least 4. I can't think of the other ones. I got like 4 dicks and shit waiting on the bitch. I'm gonna come back at some point, but anyway, I'm gonna talk about that later. But anyway, y'all, love y'all. Just want to let y'all know what I've been going through. I need encouragement to be consistent. See, another reason I don't be going live is because look at these numbers. It's 10 people on here. I usually post on my stories because those get thousands and thousands of views. But you know, it is what it is. And also, I need to start posting on YouTube and just I really want to have like a series, like getting through a breakup, like the phases, like the different triggers. There's so many other things that happen within that relationship that I haven't been able to get into. Like I want to like really dig in and give y'all everything. But this is enough for now. I love y'all too. Thank y'all for listening. I don't know who's been on here since the beginning. Do y'all have any more questions? Anything like that? Let me know if y'all have any more questions. Who is this trying to get on the live? I got a baby. I need some money. Shit. I need cheese in my head. Oh. Somebody trying to get on here. Oh, who broke my heart? This damn Zambian. He's a Zambian. Nigga from Zambia. That's who did it. I broke my own heart. Shit. But he didn't help. I was trying to add Adrian to the thing. It didn't work. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much. What will you be doing to heal? Well, I'm just going to chant. I'm going to continue to chant. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to talk to my friends. I'm going to journal. I'm going to write. I'm going to do everything I can. And I think just with time, it'll be fine. Even though what's unusual about this thing is time just makes me love him more and make me want him more. It's interesting. I went to a whole jungle retreat to try to get over this person. And the only thing that happened at the jungle retreat is my ego dissolved. And when you dissolve ego, all it is love. And I had to go running back to him. I'm telling you, it's a whole thing. I will look back on this one day and be like, ha, ha, ha. But you know, hey. Anyway, I love y'all so much, okay? Y'all can hit me up whenever y'all want to. Love y'all. Bye.